Hey everyone, this is Adrian. Nice to have you on board Rezerv. So, what I'm going to do today is just to do a quick onboarding guide so that you can get started quickly. Okay, so before I dive into the backend, I'm going to show you how the front end works. As a customer or client of your studio, gym, wellness, what they see is this very nice website, and of course, they also can use the Rezerv app. There are a few things that we allow you to do within Rezerv. The most important thing is you can allow your clients to book a group class. Booking a group class is as simple as clicking on Book Now, and the system will recognize, okay, um, you have the choice to pay a one-time drop-in, or okay, it seems like this client has already bought a lot of packages, of all of which are still active. Whatever that are active but not eligible for this particular class will be pushed all the way below and stated as not eligible. Whatever packages that are still active that the client have already bought and can be used to book into hot yoga in this particular case, the system is smart enough to sort it by expiry date, 23rd, 29. So your clients know that, okay, I should be using this particular package, and it requires a 1 credit deduction to book into this class, and I click on book now, and that's it, done. And this is essentially how your client can book a group class. We offer appointment-based booking as well. Appointment-based booking is really good for your clients when they want to book your tennis court, paddle court, any facility for X number of hours, or booking your staff to do a PT, to do even a sport massage therapy. So using the sport massage therapy example, I'm going to go into this detail page to read a little bit more about what this is about. And I'm going to choose, maybe I want a 1 hour long session. Click on continue, and the system is smart enough to firstly filter by staff that can provide massage therapy, and out of which, as you can tell, I can choose Aryan, and you can see Aryan is available today at 1 p.m. For the 1 hour version, it's $80 drop in. The 30 minutes version is $40 drop in. But not only that, I actually allow the clients to use an existing pricing plan to deduct a credit. So you can tell the 30 minutes one is 1 credit to book, and the 1 hour long is 3 credits to book. And I'm going to go ahead and book now. And done. I have just booked myself into an appointment. We also have a way for you to sell tickets to courses and events. Once you create an event or a course, your client will be able to click in, read a little bit more about what they're going to learn in this particular course, look at all the different start date, look at who is facilitating this particular course. I click on sign up now. All I need to do is to click and choose which date and how many tickets I need. And this is a direct purchase into this workshop. Workshop can be across 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, up to you to create in the backend. And lastly, we also understand some gyms are selling facility access. What that means is you kind of don't have to pre-book a class or appointment. All you need to do is to show up, let the gym receptionist scan your membership QR code, and as long as the gym receptionist say, okay, you're all good to go, the system shows that you have a valid membership and you have no outstanding payment, and that is how it works. Yeah, and this is how Rezerv allows you to sell and make money via group classes, appointments, events, and also facility access. Okay, so some of the things that your client might like when using our platform is the fact that they have a very nice My Schedule page to see all their upcoming bookings, be it appointment, classes, workshop, etc. They can actually click in to see exactly which package they use, how many credits was deducted for this particular booking. And basically, they can also choose to cancel and get their credit back as long as they cancel before the cancellation rule kicks in. The next thing a lot of our clients like is the fact that your customers now have a very easy view to see all their active packages, what are the specific classes they have booked into. And for expired package, we know this has been a big question from a lot of clients to studio owners. So now you can tell your member to say, hey, Adrian, now you can just easily go in. Yeah, and once you easily go in, if you are not sure why this package is no more, what you can do is as simple as clicking in, going to the history, and there you go. I can clearly see now on 11 October, I booked a hot yoga, 13 October, I booked another one, and there you go. It tells you when credits are being used and why there isn't any credit left. Okay, memberships, very simple, like what I showed you, the ability to show your QR code. Yeah, and we are also actually integrated with Igloo Digital Lock. So Igloo Digital Lock basically sells this glass locks that a number of gyms have already started using. So when your members come to the gym, they can click on another button that says show unlock PIN code. And when that happens, all you need to do is to key in the PIN number and the door will open itself. So that is used for unmanned gym. Yeah. Lastly, we know that a lot of your clients might be asking for payment receipts. So now you can tell them easily to go into this billing, transaction history, and whichever receipt they want, just click on download and they can easily see this receipt just like that. And this is the customer point of view. For the studio owner point of view, the first thing that I need all subscribers to do basically is to set up your outlet. If you do not set up your outlet, there's nothing else you can do because everything is very dependent on this outlet. And your outlet needs to stay active. If it's in draft mode, it is still not yet ready. Go in, put in all the necessary information from pictures to your lease duration, to your address, opening, closing hours, and more importantly, the different rooms within your location, rooms that will be used to hold different activities like main gym room. I also have the open court. I could have the yoga room, the Pilates private room, etc. Create all the rooms here and create your amenities like shower, free towel, etc. Step number one has to be always outlet. The next thing you need to do after adding your outlet is to start adding your stuff. I have blurred out all the information because they are all real emails. But what I'm trying to show you here is the moment you start adding all your stuff in, they will now be able to log in using their email and access this business portal to manage the classes, schedules, appointments, and all the attendees for their service. Okay, so what's the difference between a staff account and a guest account? So if you have maybe a guest trainer coming from, say, overseas or somewhere, and you don't need them to log in, you just want to have the ability to assign a class or appointment to this guest instructor, this is when you use the guest staff. Okay, when you add a staff account, they actually have a real account in your backend and they can actually log into the business portal. And this is the difference between both. Okay, now that you have done your outlet and now that you have done your stuff, the next thing you should start setting up is basically your pricing plan. So we have two ways for you to sell. So pricing plan, we allow you to sell it by a one-time payment. So how it looks like is essentially, I'm going to sell a 10 credit pack, a 50 credit pack, one-time payment, comes with X number of credits, and it has a validity of X number of days, months, and year. At the same time, we allow you to do monthly recurring membership, as you can see here, auto renewal every month. And every month I can give you unlimited credit or X number of credits for you to go into group classes, into outlet access, into appointments as well. And that's the difference. So with that in mind, you can then start deciding if you want to sell it as a one-time package or a one-time or a recurring membership. When you sell a recurring membership, the only way the client can buy this recurring membership is via a credit card, because that's the only method we can auto charge your clients. Yeah. So package, let's go into a 10 credit pack. I'm going to name this as a 10x session and then give it a description. If you have multiple outlets, you can even say for the 10x session, clients can only visit Bukit Timah and not Breakfast Club, or vice versa, or all outlets. Package validity, I have the ability to set it as X number of days, months, and year for it to expire based on date of purchase, or we have a nicer option for you based on date of first booking. Essentially, your clients can buy this package first, okay, and it will not start counting down the validity until they complete booking number one. But we do have a way to protect you by saying that if a customer buys this and refuse to book the first class, the validity starts counting down. Okay, and that is how this works. The next is pricing. So I can actually sell this 10x session at different price to different groups of people. How does that work? Essentially, I go into customers, okay, then I go into pricing group, and there you go. I can actually create a pricing group. So I have one called Royal Family, and in here, if I want to assign a customer into this group, all I need to do is basically to type, okay, maybe I want to search for Billy. Okay, I'm going to add Billy in and add him in now. Now what I can do is to click into the group. You can see these are all the people that belongs to the Royal Family. I'm blurring out all the contacts so that we protect the identity of these people. So what we do next is essentially go back to my pricing plan. Just now we were working on 10x session, right? So right now, if I go into pricing, any default client is going to buy this package for $300. But if I mark someone as a Royal Family, actually they just need to pay $10 for this 10 credits for this particular package, right? So if I'm logged in and I go to pricing, there you go. You can see Adrian has been marked as a Royal Family, and that is why he only needs to pay $10 for this particular package. And that is how you can now sell the same package to different groups of people at different pricing. 10 credits here. Of course, we have the ability to limit that a client can only buy this package one time. Maybe it's called a welcome pack. We can restrict that only certain people can buy this package. Okay. In our business tier, we have shareable packages and group booking. What is shareable package and group booking? Group booking essentially just allows me to go into schedule, click on book now, and I can actually say, I'm going to attend Hatha Yoga. I'm going to bring 2 friends. So myself plus 2 friends equal to 3 packs. The system don't allow me to book because it's saying, oh, Adrian, you don't have enough package. You don't have enough credits to pay. And okay, I'm going to take 1 credit from here, maybe 2 more from here. Now I have enough credits to pay for all my friends and myself. And this is how I do a group booking. As you can see, it took 2 credits from here and 1 credit from here. Very easy. This is called bring a guest group booking feature. At the same time, we also have shareable packages. Shareable packages is very simple. I have already bought a shareable pack, and I can now go in and invite, say, your wife, put in the wife number, put in the wife email, and now your wife, when she logs in, she automatically has access to this particular package as well. But if you want to limit how many credits your wife can use, just put here 2,000, right? And now you have access to 7,999 and your wife has access to 2,000. And this is called the shareable package feature, available in the business tier right here. Okay, and of course you can say this particular pricing plan, I want to start selling this pricing plan from this date and time, and I can also stop selling this package from this date and time. This is how you set it up. The next thing would be something really good for you to know. So now you can actually sell this package and tell all your clients, hey, whenever you guys buy this 10 credit session pack, you can actually book for all cardio and yoga type classes. Yeah, but if you want to book reformer Pilates, we're going to allow you. But you know, reformer Pilates is actually way more expensive, so I can't be charging the same credit. So whenever you do a cardio and strength and a yoga class, automatic deduction would be 1 credit when you book with this package. But when you try and book any reformers, it's gonna just deduct 2 credits automatically. So with this, you can buy a 10 credit pack and go for 5 reformer, 10 cardio, 10 yoga, or mix and match. And that is called package. Yeah. The next thing will be memberships. So memberships, almost the same. The only key difference is memberships, we allow you to create a one-time or recurring membership. One time, you can purchase it with whatever payment methods. Recurring, only credit card. One time, $200. One time, 6 months long membership. In this 6 months, I'm going to give this client a total of 60 credits, to which they can actually do and book. Basically, they can book any yoga, any cardio class only. Any other class are not allowed, and at which outlet. At the same time, our system actually allows you to say that on top of giving 60 credits for group classes, I'm going to give 40 credits for appointments. So for appointment wise, there are a few things that I'm going to allow them to do. They can do head and face massage, 1 hour at 2 credits, 45 minutes at 1 credit deduction. And they can actually rent a paddle court and all that for 1 credit each. Yeah, I'm going to say add. So at the same time, I'm going to allow them to access the gym, and I'm going to give them 30 access to the gym in total at both clubs or maybe in reference clubs. And now I have just created a $200 6-month long membership that already comes with 60 credits for classes, 40 for appointment, and 30 for outlet access. Yeah, and if you want to limit that the client can only book 1 class a day, so that they don't overuse their credits, you can do that as well. And this is called a one-time membership. Recurring, almost the same. Recurring, the only key difference is now you can actually charge it or auto charge it every X number of days, weeks, and months. So some of our clients will say, okay, I'm going to sell a 4-week recurring plan that is $200 every 4 weeks. And every 4 weeks, I'm going to give my clients 20 credits for group classes. And for appointment, nope, there's nothing. I'm not going to give any credits for appointment, so I'm going to remove. And for the gym, it will be unlimited access in both my locations. So 20 credits to join group classes, unlimited gym access, and the credits will renew every cycle. What is cycle here? Your cycle here is every 4 weeks. There are also a few other options that you can set. So this is a recurring membership every 4 weeks. But I want to set that after, say, 12 cycle, which is basically 48 weeks, this membership will automatically stop and it will not charge the client anymore, right? So if you want to basically create a 1-year contract, a 2-year contract, this is how you do it. At the same time, you can also set a minimum commitment period. So if this is a membership that auto charge every 4 weeks, I want the clients to stay on my platform for at least 6 cycles, which is 24 weeks. So as long as they stay on 24 weeks, I will not charge them $1,000 early termination fee. And this is how you set up commitment period. Some studios would like to do a joining fee for this particular membership. So if you're going to buy into this monthly or weekly recurring membership, there will be a one-time charge of $100 joining fee. As long as you keep your membership running so that you pay every, in this case, 4 weeks, you will never have to pay a joining fee again. But if you cancel this plan and you buy into this plan again, then you have to pay a joining fee again. Okay. Now that is done, let's go to the options. The options here are very simple. Same thing, you can restrict this to only certain people can buy. We allow in our business tier to limit that the family can actually use this package as well. Same thing, when do you want to start selling this membership and stop selling this membership? And this is how you actually create a membership. Okay, now that you created membership, the next thing I wanted to show you is creating of classes. Classes creation are very easy, right? So classes, if you can remember, this is how you book the different classes. Yeah, so classes also looks like that. Okay, I'm gonna have spin class, mat pilates, hatha yoga. Once I click into here, I click on book now, it actually shows up here. And let's create a class. Let's do maybe hatha. Okay, hatha yoga. So hatha yoga, give it a name and description, 60 minutes long, happening on site. If it's online, you can put your Zoom link here, upload an image, and if you need clients to bring something along, type it here. And if you want to allow a one-time drop-in, put it here as well, right? So as you can see, Hatha Yoga, if I want to learn more about this class called Hatha Yoga, now I can go in and see this. What I need to bring is essentially here, what I need to bring. And the one-time drop-in, what is that? If I go and try and book a Hatha Yoga, I have the option to pay $48, right? For a one-time drop-in. And that is essentially how you set the class up. Next, you can start setting up your appointment as well. So what is appointment? Appointment is this. So booking a facility for X number of hours, booking a staff to perform a service for X number of hours, like this. This is called appointment. Yeah, appointment booking flow is slightly different. So we have a lot of people from the wellness space, from the facility rental space, like pickleball, futsal court, using us for this appointment-based booking feature. So let me go into massage. Yeah. So under massage, I'm going to use this as the example. Yeah. Give it a name, a description. You can categorize it. And next, what you can do essentially is, as you can see here, I can create time variant. So 30 minutes, the drop-in is $40. 45 minutes, drop-in is $50. 1 hour, the drop-in is $80. But at the same time, if the client owns any of this pricing plan that I turned on, the 30 minutes version is going to be just 1 credit deduction. 45 minutes is going to be, as you can see, 2 credit deduction. And the 1 hour long is going to be 3 credit deduction. At the same time, if the client owns a recurring membership, I'm going to allow them to book as well. Again, 1 credit deduction for the 30 minutes and 2 credits for the 45 minutes. I'm going to add. And this is how you do the credit, membership, and drop-in price for this particular spot massage therapy. At the same time, I actually have a lot of staff. So maybe not all my staff are trained to provide spot massage therapy. Only Adrian, Ayan, and Atika, and maybe Brian. But for Atika, because she's just joined, she can probably only give the 30 minutes massage, but not the 45 and 1 hour long. And this is how you set up the staff, which is basically trained to provide this service. The last option is booking interval. What is booking interval? So you see here, 1:30 to 2:33. That is because I set it to 30 minutes apart. If I set it to 15 minutes apart, it will be 9, 9:15, 9:30, 9:45, etc. Right? So this is booking interval. If you want your instructor, trainer, therapist to have a rest between two bookings, this is how you can set up a buffer time. You can also set up a minimum notice time, because we know that a lot of clients tend to book last minute, but trainers sometimes need time to prepare. So they say, in order to book me for PT, you have to book me 3 hours in advance, and this is how you set it up. Parallel customer. So sometimes you might be coaching a tennis, and at the same time you're coaching a student. You want to allow other people to join, other people that are not related to the customer who just booked to join. So basically 4 different customers booking you for the same service to train together. This is how you basically can set this up. This is called parallel customers. Yeah. And now that you have all this set up, you save, and this is how someone can actually book you for an appointment. And these are all the different appointments that I have already pre-created in my system. Yeah. So now the appointment has been set up, let me go in and maybe show you one very important thing. Okay, so we need to set up cancellation rules, right? So some studios do 12 hours. What that means is essentially, I can set up that a client can book any class and appointment, and as long as they cancel 12 hours before the class start time, right, the system will automatically return the credit. But if they do it below 12 hours, it will be considered as a late cancellation. And this is what you do. Okay, so now that you have set this up, let's go to the calendar. So how do you actually create this whole schedule here so that people can start booking? Very simple. Our system is almost like a Google Calendar. We can now click on, I'm going to schedule class at 9 p.m. today. As you can see, class. Okay. So as you can see, today there is no 9 p.m. class, right? So now I'm going to do class. Let's see. Spin. Give it maybe this color. Repeat it Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday, and Saturday, all the way until end of this month. In this location, in my Spin Studio A, okay, with Brian as the teacher. I'm gonna only have 19 packs, correct? Okay, I'm gonna make it smaller. So 15 packs, and 3 person can join our waitlist. We are on ClassPass. So if you want to sync this schedule here to your ClassPass account, you can do that. So now that you have all of that, you press save. And what it's doing right now is, you see, it has just generated my spin class. If I do a refresh right now, I will see that I have now this spin at 9 p.m. That is how you set it up. Okay, so spin class now has been set up. Students can start booking. But maybe your instructor, Brian, calls you and say, hey, tomorrow I would like to start a little bit earlier at 7. Sure, this is how you can actually move. And the system will ask you, are you moving for this Thursday only, or Thursday and all future classes? Thursday only, done. You see, it has moved. And then maybe Brian calls you and say, hey, actually I can help you conduct a class on Friday at 8 p.m. Okay, rather than go through the whole process of creating the class, I'm just going to click on this, click on duplicate, move this to here, done. And now this is how I quickly set up group class schedule. What about appointments, you might ask? Appointments, you don't set it up this way. Appointments pop up as and when students book your time. But how does the system know what time your trainers, therapists, instructors can be booked? So now what we're going to do in order to set up your therapist timetable is to go into manage an appointment availability. So I'm going to go into the individual location, and then that's where I say, firstly, I'm going to add all my stuff in here. Once I added them, they'll appear here, and this is how I can now set that Adrian works from 9 to 12, 6 to 10, maybe Monday to Friday, until end of this month. Yeah. And although my premise, I provide a lot of service, Adrian can only provide one-on-one PT, Balinese full body spa, EMS, eyelash extension, blah, blah, blah. And this is where you say that Adrian actually can be booked for all these individual services on the days that I have set here. Yeah, now I click apply, and with this setup, the system now knows that when someone is going to book Adrian for spot massage therapy, the reason why his timings are like that is because it has been set up in that way within here. Okay, and that is how the shift setup works. Now that you have this, what is good and important to also know is when your clients start booking, there's an easy way for you to see who is actually coming. So I'm just going to view next 7 days. And as you can tell, I have a lot of classes scheduled today. A lot of my classes are still 0 attendees, but the good thing is maybe look at this one at 3 p.m. I have 3% attending. So when I click in, I can now easily see, Adrian has booked for this, and he's actually bringing 2 guests. And because we have a way to do tagging, as I showed you here, price tagging as well as individual taggings. So we have a very good feature as well that you can actually add different tags here. And once you have this, you can actually add a client into this tagging. And when you add a client into a tagging, whenever they book for any class, you can clearly see the tagging appear so that you know, okay, Adrian wears US size 9. So this is very useful for bouldering studios. And he has an injury. So I have to watch out when he is actually attending this class. Yeah, so this is how the tagging works. And this is how you can actually see who is attending the class. If any client calls you last minute and say, would you be able to add me into class? I have lost my phone and I'm unable to book myself. So I can now say, Rani, no issue. Just going to add you in. Can I just deduct your package that's going to expire on 21st November? Sure. Okay, I'm adding you in now. Done. And this is how you actually add Rani into a class. And you can tell Rani is also part of the royal family. She's an exclusive, and she also have injury. She's a foreign student, etc. Yeah. Now, this class is scheduled for today at 3 p.m., right? And remember our cancellation rules that we have set for 12 hours. All of a sudden, Rani calls you and say, I have the severe diarrhea, I won't be able to come. But since it's a medical condition, out of goodwill, is it okay for the studio owner to cancel so that she don't lose her credit? If she does it herself, she will be losing her 1 credit. Basically, whatever credit she used here will be gone. Yeah? So you as a studio owner, if Rani finds someone that she can actually swap this booking with, you can actually swap, and then the credit will be returned to Rani. But if there's no person that you're able to swap in, rather than do a late cancel where the basically the credit is not going to be returned, you can actually do a cancel booking. When you cancel a booking, regardless of what the cancellation rules are, credits will automatically be returned. As you can see, she is now moved to the cancelled. Whatever credit that was used from this package will be returned automatically. We have the full audit trail here. And this is essentially how you can actually manually add clients to a class that's coming up. But this is not limited to upcoming classes. We know some clients, like yesterday, I have a bunch of classes, and maybe for one particular class, a member runs in last minute and told you that, oh, she didn't book, but she definitely have credits, but can she just join the class first? So you can now allow her to do it. After the class, you can just go ahead and search for Rani again. Yeah. And now I'm going to choose a package and add her. And you see, automatically it becomes completed. Automatically, I'm also be able to deduct the credits from Rani, even though this class actually happened yesterday. And this is another really cool feature that we provide. Okay, so now going back to this view, appointment is the same thing. If you go into appointments, you can see in the next 7 days, who are the people that have booked me for the different appointments. And you can see here, Adrian has booked for sport massage therapy with Ayan. If Adrian requests for another staff, you can actually change the staff and our system will remind you if the staff is working or not working. You can see what was the payment mode that Adrian booked this with. We have waiver form. You can see that Adrian has signed all the waiver form, and the full booking audit trail as well is here. Okay, so now maybe what I can do is to go into Adrian profile. You can see he's a fantastic client, spent a lot of money, booked a lot of classes, and these are the times that he attended. Now I can actually go in and see how often did the clients book classes, how much money did they spend. Each and every class booking, you can see the status here. Which class did Adrian book at which time, using which package, and how many credits left. On top of that, whenever they come to the gym, maybe I can see in the last 90 days, oh, Adrian came to the gym 4 times. That is under the facility access. Did he attend any course? Yes, he booked one course that's coming up on 12th November. Did he have any appointments? Yes, he has sport massage therapy, one-on-one private Pilates, etc. This is how it looks. Yeah. So package-wise, it's very easy to see all the packages that each particular customer has bought. So maybe there is this thing that this customer calls you and say, hey, I have this package that still have 5 credit left that expired on 7 October. But I was actually hospitalized for 2 months, and that is why I didn't have time to use it. No worries, Adrian. I will edit the end date for you. And I can put an internal that says, say, customer was in hospital. So I am extending. So yes, you can actually extend a package for a client. And another good feature we have is, you see this is 497 credits left out of 500, and then there is that 3 classes or the 3 bookings that have been made. But if the client complains that the last session that they did with you, maybe the air conditioner wasn't working and they want a credit back. Okay, customer complained that air conditioner wasn't working and demands a credit back. So yes, you can actually manually change credit count as well. Okay, so in terms of memberships, I have things like I can edit the start and end date, right? For monthly memberships, I can even freeze a membership for X number of days, etc. And we also understand sometimes your client might come to the studio and say that, hey, since I'm here, can I just pay on the spot using cash? So now you can tell Adrian, not an issue, Adrian. We definitely can do that. So you want to buy the 10 credit pack, that's $299. Can you pass me the cash now? Okay, thank you. So I'm going to mark that it's paid by cash. Done. And even though you are adding the payment manually for the client, if they check their billing history, transaction history, as you can see, the record has been added, paid by cash, and of course they can again immediately download the payment receipt just like that, very easily. Yeah, and it gets then recorded as a sales here. This is what you really need to know on how to get everything started. I think one very important thing that I wanted to go through as well is linking up your payment. So if you are actually going with Stripe, you can click on activate, follow through the whole process, and Stripe is an immediate approval. But at the same time, we are also integrated with a few payment partners such as FIUU, right? And 2C2P, as well as Zendit. So for all these payment partners that you see here, there is a onboarding process needed, and it usually takes about 3 to 4 weeks. So if you are going to use any of these payment partners here, let us know so that we can link you up with the right point of contact depending on where you are. Yeah. But if you're using Stripe, as I told you, is an immediate approval, and your clients can actually buy packages immediately. We also understand that some studios, they are saying, Adrian, I don't want to use a digital payment for now. Is there a way for my clients to pay later when they come to my studio, but be able to book a class first? And yes, the answer to that is under checkout, you can actually activate your book now and pay later, right? And the payment is due on the booking date itself, the class date itself, and allow booking using an unpaid pricing plan. How does this work? Very simply, I can now go to a class. Maybe I'm going to book 5 p.m. hot yoga. For this particular case, I'm going to choose drop in. Okay, book now. And I'm going to choose pay later. Once I confirm, it will then just book me into this particular class, as you can see. And under my billing, it has just added this record, and it will remind me that it's unpaid for my drop-in. For you as a business owner, now under sales, you will see this thing called unpaid. If a customer comes, you can actually go ahead and mark it as paid. But we have a very good way to remind your trainers, your instructors. So when they are actually looking at this list of people who are coming in today, what was the booking that I made here, right? So if I were to go into my yoga class, you can see here, Adrian has chosen to pay a drop-in, and you see there is a clear indication in red, as well there's an unmarked, basically an unpaid tag typed to this, right? So this clearly then reminds your trainer that Adrian has not paid yet. Please get him to proceed with payment before letting him use the facility or join the class. And how you do that is essentially once Adrian arrives, okay, Adrian, you have not paid yet. So I'm going to go into this, mark as paid. And then depending on what payment method Adrian wants to pay in, like cash, then you can actually mark as paid. And once you do that, it will basically convert this. As you can see under sales now, it has become paid. And if I go back to 5 p.m., you can see now Adrian has no more the unpaid tag, right? So yeah, this is a few things that you need to do. And maybe one last thing that I want to show you is waiver form. So it's very important to upload a waiver form. Once you upload a waiver form here, as you can see, when your clients sign up for the very first time, we will force them to read and to sign, to acknowledge, and save the waiver form. Okay, that is under settings. And you can actually go ahead and play around with the different settings. You can also set up a universal refund policy and cancellation policy here. Yeah, and appointment cancellation policy, class and appointment cancellation. They're all featured here right now as well. Okay, so as you can see, this is essentially how you get started. Of course, there are a lot of other features here. I won't be covering them in this particular onboarding video. The onboarding video is just really very, very important to show you how to set everything up. There are a few clients who say, Adrian, we understand that Rezerv actually can build a website automatically. How do we do that? So if you look at this very nice looking website here, actually this whole website was automatically created. How did that work, and how do I do that? So under online store, there are a few different templates. All you need to do is to click and choose one template. Then you start going in. And once you go into the template, you go into each section, upload your logo, change the color of your navigation bar. Then I go into hero banner, upload images. I can change my title. I can even add a button to buy memberships. I can even see how it looks like on mobile and on desktop. Yeah, and this is how section by section you can actually create your whole website. Yeah, and I'm gonna show you a very nice looking client website called SOF Studios. They have amazing photography, as you can see here, and they created this using our template. First, they actually bought their own domain name. I think they bought it through GoDaddy. So you can actually link your own custom domain name. Then they actually also use a few advanced features that we provide, like the ability to very easily craft a FAQ, and the FAQ tool is actually here. They also started writing a lot of blogs. As you can see here, loves Suzette. And then after that, I can go in and read another blog. Yeah. So how did they create the blog? We actually have a built-in blogging tool right here, where you can actually type and save your blogs and it will appear. They also did something. They were saying, oh, Adrian, I would like to have my own custom page pinned on the menu. How do I do that? So all you need to do is go to pages, add a page, put in a title, upload an image, and save your content, and name the page. After that, you go to navigation, find the page that you just created. I'm just gonna put it as demo. Yeah. Now I'm gonna move this here, and if you look at this, I'm gonna do a refresh. As you can see, I have just created a custom page so easily. Yeah, and this is how a lot of our clients on Rezerv are basically building their entire website using Rezerv. Of course, there are also some clients that already have a nice looking website, so they don't have to actually use our tool. And as such, what they do is they keep their existing page and they add a button that actually brings their client to the Rezerv booking page. In here, they hide all the necessary pages. How did they do that? Is they went to navigation, right? Under navigation here, you can actually go ahead and hide a page. Once you hide a page, as you can see, I just hide demo, it disappears. And for Shine Cycle, they actually hide the locate us, contact us, and they actually only show packages. They only show schedule. And you see this home button, it actually brings a user back to the original website. How did they do that? So very simply, they actually change. Firstly, what they did was they set that their default page is now the schedule page, and the home button, they edit and they choose to redirect to a custom link. And this is where they put in the original shinecycle.com, right? And paste it here. And within this way, you exactly have this whereby this is shinecycle.com. I click on book a class. It brings them to shinecycle.rezerv.co/timetable, because /timetable is the default page that has been selected in the backend. And yep, I'm gonna cancel. I'm not gonna do this, and I'm gonna set my homepage as default homepage now. And done. This is how you can actually use Rezerv to build your entire website, or you can do it the Shine Cycle way using a redirect. We are launching our iframe solution in Q1 2025. Once that is launched, you essentially can embed the entire booking page within your own website. Okay, so yep, I think that's all for today. Hopefully this 15-minute session gives you a good head start on how to set everything up using Rezerv. If you have any questions, just drop us a message here. This is a live chat that reaches out to my support team and myself. Type whatever you need here and we will be able to assist you immediately. Okay, thank you everyone.